Hello everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, a big announcement from Northern Light Health and Anthem Insurance as they finally reach a contract agreement.
Plus, Jared Golden will not be seeking re-election for his seat in the Congressional District 2, changing the landscape of those 2026 midterms.
And question 2 in this year's referendum election passed by a large margin. We spoke to both sides about what that entails for Maine. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday morning. Boy, a lot going on these days. We'll get to a lot of it here over the next hour. But first, to check with that forecast, started off with pretty steady rain this morning. I think that's eased up now at this point. We're in for just a partly cloudy day. Some folks dealing with a little bit of snow overnight, too. Not around here. But
thankfully.
Yeah, it's coming, though.
We'll turn things over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive in Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment. 922-2043. Alrighty, here we go. Gale warnings are posted along the coast, lasting until later on this evening at around 10 o'clock p.m. Some wind advisories also posted until 9 a.m. later on this morning, so definitely watching for more gusty winds along parts of the state as we are watching an area of low pressure passing through. It's been bringing with it some precipitation, mainly rain, but a few reports of snow have been coming in as well, and it's been sticking in a few spots, but nothing too ridiculous at this point. If it has been sticking, it's not going to be lasting very long with warmer temperatures and warmer soil temperatures as well, but the area low pressure located right here is going to be moving away very quickly. So overall today we will be under a partly cloudy sky. A slight chance for rain still cannot be ruled out for the rest of the day, but overall partly cloudy today and overall becoming mostly clear. It's still breezy coming up later on tonight. Your hourly forecast moving forward, we'll still have some clouds and again that slight chance for rain today with temperatures in the 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Thank you, Devin. We'll look forward to that. Well, big news, a huge relief for Northern Light Health patients who use Anthem Insurance. After months of negotiations, the two organizations announced last night that they have finally reached a contract agreement that will ensure in-network access for Anthem members throughout the state of Maine. That includes those who are enrolled in employer-sponsored, individual, and Medicare Advantage health plans. The new contract takes effect retroactively to November 1st, which means all care delivered since that day will be treated as in-network for Anthem members.
Less than 24 hours after Election Day 2025 was in the books, Congressman Jared Golden made an announcement that drastically changes the landscape for the 2026 midterm elections. Golden announced he will not run for re-election for his seat in Congressional District 2. Golden said while he has found fulfillment in his service, he has grown wary of what he calls the incivility and plain nastiness that are now common not only in some pockets of society, but that he said also is exhibited by some of his congressional colleagues as well. He also wrote that recent incidents of political violence, including the murder of Minnesota lawmaker Melissa Hortham and her husband, the attack on Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, and the murder of Charlie Kirk have made him reevaluate the threats that are made against him and his family. He cited the fact that last Thanksgiving, he and his family spent the holiday in a hotel room after another threat was made against their home. He said that while he is confident he would have won re-election, that isn't the problem. He said, quote, "I don't fear losing. What has become apparent to me is that I now dread the prospect of winning. Simply put, what I could accomplish in this increasingly unproductive Congress pales in comparison to what I could do in that time as a husband, a father, and a son," end quote.
Well, we asked political expert and UMaine Political Science Department Chair Mark Brewer to weigh in on Golden's big announcement. Like many, Brewer said he did find the announcement somewhat surprising, but not terribly so, given the current political climate. He says it may have just gotten harder for Democrats to hold that seat, especially if an unknown Democrat were to be the one to face off with former Governor Paul LePage in that race.
If you're in LePage's camp, this is positive, right? It's hard to imagine the Democrats coming up with a better candidate than Golden to hold that seat. And even if they do, running in an open seat is almost always preferable to running against a multi-term incumbent.
Well, Brewer also said if you're a Mainer today, you are likely just shocked, especially since the results yesterday were largely positive for Democrats. But he says that may have only heightened Golden's fears for his family.
And there's plenty of evidence for that. And it's not just for Golden, it's elected officials across the board, both Democrats and Republicans. It's always been somewhat of a safety risk to serve in public life in any capacity. But we are in a situation now where threats against elected officials have reached kind of a level of normalcy that none of us should be willing to accept.
Reactions to Golden's announcement are pouring in. The campaign strategist for Paul LePage says the former governor released the following statement, quote, "This race has always been about fighting for rural Maine. As governor, I spent 8 years helping create jobs and making Maine more prosperous. I'm running for Congress to make sure that working Maine families have a voice in Washington, D.C. This fight is just beginning."
Well, question 2 in this year's referendum election passed by a large margin. While supporters say this will help prevent gun violence in Maine, opponents argue it now puts law enforcement officers in potentially dangerous situations. Our Doug Banks has those details.
The AP says over 300,000 Mainers voted to pass question 2 on this year's ballot, which will institute a red flag gun law in the state. The new law gives families and law enforcement the ability to go directly to a court when someone is in crisis. And if a court deems them dangerous, it may temporarily restrict their access to deadly weapons. Maine's current yellow flag law is similar to what was passed on Tuesday. The major difference with the yellow flag law is that only law enforcement can go to a judge. The red flag law will now allow family or household members to go to a judge as well. Opponents of question 2, specifically the Maine Law Enforcement Coalition, voiced concerns on Wednesday, saying the passage of the Citizens Initiative weakens due process protections, undermines constitutional rights, and places law enforcement officers in uncertain situations. President of the Maine State Troopers Association, Joe Bureau, says in part, quote, "Question 2 expands government authority to seize firearms in ways that risk violating constitutional safeguards and create confusion in the field for both citizens and officers," end quote. Advocates of question 2, however, say this is responsible gun legislation. One of those advocates is Arthur Bernard, whose son, Arthur Strout, died in the Lewiston mass shooting 2 years ago.
As far as I'm concerned, if you go in front of a judge and you present evidence, that's due process. And, the family member doesn't decide to take the weapons away. It's the judge, ultimately. Even with the red flag law, it's the judge who ultimately makes that decision.
Doug Banks reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Governor Janet Mills has released her reaction to the results of Maine's referendum questions. In a press release on the rejection of question 1, the governor stated, quote, "Once again, Maine people have affirmed their faith in our free, fair, and secure elections, in this case by rejecting a direct attempt to restrict voting rights. Maine has long had one of the highest rates of voter turnout in the nation, in good part due to safe absentee voting, and Maine people tonight have said they want to keep it that way." On the approval of question 2, Mills said, quote, "I sincerely hope that this measure will strengthen public safety, as proponents have argued. My administration will work with law enforcement and the public to implement this new law, along with our existing extreme risk protection law, to ensure the safety of Maine people."
The votes are still being counted, but as of now, the Washington County $11 million bond referendum, well, it looks like it was rejected after all. Taking a look at the latest numbers, there is a difference of nearly 1,000 votes in opposition to that referendum. Prior to the election day, Washington County officials held a press conference where they explained that even if the bond did pass, they still needed to examine what emergency services could receive cuts.
There are certain things that we have to provide. I don't know how we're going to pay for it. We can't just shut down the jail and send the inmates home. It doesn't work that way.
Well, it's even more complicated now. With these results, Washington County has left millions of dollars in debt with no clear plan on how to fund the county and the services it provides.
In Hamden, voters said no to using over $1 million from an already approved fund to build a new administrator building. They were asked whether the school board should move forward with plans to build a new modular office building at 24 Main Road North. The project would have been capped at $1.6 million and funded through the district's Administrative Office Replacement Reserve Fund. When the votes were counted, over 1,300 voters said no to the project, and only 1,232 voters said yes.
Well, a man wanted for murder in New York has been arrested in Winterport. The U.S. Marshal Service says it developed leads that 52-year-old Lamont Dolberry of New York City had fled and was living at a residence in Maine for the past several months. On November 4th, the Maine Violent Offender Task Force found Dolberry operating an e-scooter near Cove Road in Winterport. They say he was safely apprehended and transported to jail, where he's now awaiting extradition back to New York.
Well, human remains have been found in the Aroostook County town of Blaine. A local resident found them on October 30th. A spokesperson says Maine State Police Major Crimes Unit detectives and evidence response team members responded to the scene to investigate. The remains were taken to the medical examiner's office in Augusta for examination and positive identification. The spokesperson says that process can take some time. No identification has been confirmed at this point, and the investigation is still ongoing.
The Kennebec County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help in the search for a missing woman from Chelsea. They say 74-year-old Bonnie Frappier was reported missing from her home on the River Road on Friday morning. They believe she may be somewhere in the Waterville area. Bonnie was last seen wearing a green long-sleeve shirt, black pants, and a black baseball cap. Anyone with information about her whereabouts is asked to contact the Regional Communications Office. The number there on your screen, 624-7076.
A woman who allegedly shot a teenager in Benton has been indicted for attempted murder. 20-year-old Haley Hotham is charged with shooting Isaac Spalding after what police described as a several-day bender of alcohol consumption and cocaine use. Police say Hotham and Spalding allegedly got into a verbal altercation. As Spalding attempted to leave the residence, Hotham allegedly raised a pistol and shot him in the neck. The shooting happened on the Unity Road in August. Hotham was also indicted for domestic violence, aggravated assault. And the Kennebec County Grand Jury also indicted a Liberty man who allegedly robbed a Waterville store. 59-year-old Kirby Bradford was arrested after police received a call about a robbery at the Shoe Department Encore store in August. Bradford was indicted for robbery, theft by unauthorized taking, and violation of condition of release. In September, Bradford was charged with murder in connection with a homicide that happened in Palomero in April. Well, the time now is 8:13. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, Heart of Maine United Way celebrated their opening of a new nonprofit.
We'll tell you why that's so important to them coming up. But first, another check of the forecast. A partly cloudy day ahead today with a slight chance of rain, highs around 45 degrees. Mostly clear and breezy tonight with lows dropping down to the mid-20s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and breezy, highs near 48. We'll be right back.
Hey, Dad, can we talk?
Sure, what's up?
I gotta come clean about something.
Okay.
It's my new car. I only paid for a brand new Hyundai Tucson.
Oh, you might be on the naughty list.
Enjoy the new car.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage, doing business the right way every day.
With irresistibly smooth melting chocolate in every Lindor, you can melt into every holiday moment. This year, bring out Lindor from the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
When Blazing Trails located in Lincoln want to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com.
Blazing Trails is Lincoln's #1 trusted dispensary, providing outstanding product and customer service to Eastern and Central Maine.
Judge Judy never misses a beat.
This is my playpen.
I get that, Your Honor.
Perfect.
Next is mental anguish.
Yours or mine? It's getting bad for you.
I don't understand why you're so upset with me.
Does this face look stupid to you? Am I doing all right?
Excellent.
That's what I like to hear.
Judge Judy.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
The Dover Foxcroft Police Department is hoping someone might have information that will help them solve a theft. A trailer, this black 20-foot trailer with gear and 2 snowmobiles inside, were taken from Summer Street recently. The snowmobiles are a yellow 2020 Skidoo XRS 900 Turbo and a black 2019 Skidoo MXZX 850. If you have any information about the whereabouts of the trailer or the sleds, you can contact the Piscataquis Regional Communications Center at 564-3304.
Heart of Maine United Way celebrated the grand opening of their new nonprofit hub yesterday. This shared space is the first of its kind for Maine and aims to strengthen the nonprofit sectors in our state. Our Grace Blanchard has that story.
I'm honored to be able to do the honors.
Heart of Maine United Way has a new home.
It's been a many-year project in the making, and we're just really excited to offer this out to the community, to nonprofits in our region.
The nonprofit has unveiled the state's first nonprofit hub, a shared space that aims to bolster the nonprofit sector.
It really is all about enhancing the capacity of nonprofits to deliver on their missions.
According to the organization's president, their hope is it will be a multifunctional space to support collaboration and other needs to give nonprofits the tools to serve more people.
We just know that there are a variety of needs that are facing nonprofits, and they're being stretched very thin today. And so asking to do more with less, and we wanted to find a way that how can we help nonprofits do more with more? And so that's really what this is all about.
The total cost of this project is $1.7 million. The organization says they have already raised more than 80% of that.
We have such community support that see the vision and understand the value that this project is going to bring, and that we're already at 80% is just a testament to that community support.
Area nonprofits hope to see immediate impacts for their organizations and the communities they serve.
So every single individual, every single organization, every single donor that comes through this building is going to be met with incredibly bold, incredibly innovative, and forward-thinking ideas to advance organizations like the Christine B. Foundation, and I'm excited about what's to come.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
It's so hard for some of these nonprofits to go it alone, raising funds, pay for the bills, all that kind of thing. Now
this
they can
will be
all
great.
do it in one place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The time now is 8:18. After the break, we spoke to warming shelters in the area about their plans as the colder months are approaching.
We'll hear from them coming up. Plus, we'll have more details into the UPS plane crash in Kentucky. Those stories and more straight ahead on Good Morning Maine.
Worcester Enterprise, Eastern and Central Maine's locally trusted property maintenance company, specializing in renovations, land prep, and driveway repair. Worcester Enterprise is your go-to for quality work and excellent customer service. Give them a call today for a free estimate.
I'm Jim with Lowry Law. A husband and wife called me after they were hit at high speed by a drunk driver. They were both seriously injured, they couldn't work, and they were worried about their medical bills. We put 2 former prosecutors on the case and got them the justice they deserved. A $400,000 settlement they were able to use for their retirement. If you've been hurt by a drunk driver, call me. I'm your go-to guy.
Hurt by a drunk driver? Call the twos.
Craving something delicious? Welcome to High Street Market, located at 167 Enfield Road in Lincoln. Breakfast options? Grab a cup of coffee and try one of our sandwiches or burritos. When breakfast is over, we're just getting started. Pizza, subs, burgers, and pastries. Come get lost in Danny's Beer Cave. Order online and save 10% off your first order. High Street Market, where your taste buds go to party.
Honey, where's the countertop?
I sent it out to the granite shop this morning to be replaced.
Wow.
The quickest turnaround in the business, the Granite Shop in Sedgwick.
Worcester Enterprise, Eastern and Central Maine's locally trusted property maintenance company, specializing in renovations, land prep, and driveway repair. Worcester Enterprise is your go-to for quality work and excellent customer service. Give them a call today for a free estimate.
Earlier this year, it was announced that the Bangor Homeless Shelter would not be operating a warming center this winter. Since then, the question has been, will there be enough space in warming shelters to accommodate Bangor's homeless population?
As temperatures drop and winter quickly approaches, that question still doesn't have a clear answer. Our Alex Schley spoke with two local nonprofits who say their plans remain up in the air after the city funding fell through.
On Wednesday, two Bangor-based nonprofits were informed that they wouldn't receive the amount of funding they had expected from the city to open warming shelters.
They said they would put money out for anyone that wanted to do a warming center.
About a month ago, we spoke to city officials. We discussed the idea of possibly opening up a warming shelter here at the Together Place. There was a certain amount of funding that they discussed.
Both the Brick Church and the Together Place agreed to open warming shelters pending funding.
There was $157,000 in this GA account. Okay. And we thought that they were going to do 60 for us and 60 for the Brick, and that would get us up and running, and then we were going to raise the rest of the money in grants and other community funders.
Wednesday, both organizations learned they'd receive just $30,000. Both organizations had planned to open on November 15th. Now, with that just days away, neither know what their next move will be. The Brick Church, which can accommodate up to 70 people, says they may have to turn some away.
Can't accommodate that many people with $30,000.
The Together Place says they may not be able to open at all.
There is a substantial cost to getting these programs going and to make them sustainable.
Bangor city officials were unable to be reached for comment. In Bangor, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, it's also worth noting that the Mansion Church's warming center did open earlier this week on November 1st. They're all going to need a lot more help, not only them, but the local food pantries and everybody.
Absolutely.
Things are cooling down out there.
Well, let's get a full look at our weather forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment, 922-2043. Already gale warnings up along the coast, lasting until 10 o'clock later on this evening. Along the coast right about in here with wind advisories expiring later on this morning. Right about in here as well for parts of the state. So definitely a mess out there this morning. Wave heights, a mess as well at around 3 to 8 feet according to the buoys. Even worse farther out towards sea at around 12 feet and even 10 feet according to this buoy. And anywhere you see green, even higher surf being estimated by the graphics at this moment in time. The area low pressure continuing to track off towards the east this morning. On land, some rain and even some snow being estimated by radar, so don't be surprised if you notice some snow this morning. It won't really stick for very long as air temperatures will be warm and ground temperatures still warm as well, so nothing to get too worried about, but we're definitely entering that time of the year where the precipitation will be switching over from time to time as these systems do track through and temperatures definitely swing, but we'll see this wrapping up throughout the morning period as things definitely progress. But futurecasts moving moving forward, partly cloudy, the general idea today, but if you look closely, slight chance for rain not out of the question today. And then later on tonight, mostly clear, still breezy at times. Then throughout tomorrow, sunshine to start, and then increasing clouds throughout the day. And then once we head towards Friday evening, another system passes through. Snow to the north, rain chances for us, and we'll be watching for that again through parts of Saturday. Not a lot of rain, but we could see up to 1/4 of an inch or so before we're all finished up there. So for today, mid-40s, partly cloudy, a slight chance for rain, and that northwest wind getting up to about 40 miles per hour at times. Tonight, mid-20s, mostly clear and breezy, and that west wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, upper 40s, mostly cloudy and breezy, and that south wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive. Rain chances for your Saturday with highs in the upper 50s, mid-40s for your Sunday under a mostly cloudy sky, and rain chances again for your Monday with highs in the mid-40s.
Dreaming of a new garage or custom build? Patriot Landscaping and Construction delivers from frame to finish. Expert craftsmanship, durable designs, and quality you can trust, we get it done right. Call Patriot Landscaping and Construction today. Let's build your future together.
Tired of worrying whether your credit will hold you back from getting a car? At Down East Credit Union, we believe everyone deserves reliable transportation, even with less than perfect credit. Let us guide you every step of the way. If your credit score is under 670 or you've had setbacks like bankruptcy or repossession, that doesn't mean you're out of options. We'll help you get pre-approved, guide you through car shopping, and work with you on a plan to rebuild your credit. Reach out to Down East Credit Union today. Let's get you on the road confidently.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
If you've been in an accident with a truck, making the wrong call can be costly. Evidence and witnesses can disappear. You need to stop that from happening. These are some of the most complicated cases for a law firm, but not if you call one that handles truck cases every day. Call a law firm with the resources, experience, and power to go after every dollar you deserve. If you're hurt in a truck accident, call Joe. The law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Tell them you mean business. Dreaming of a new garage or custom build? Patriot Landscaping and Construction delivers from frame to finish. Expert craftsmanship, durable designs, and quality you can trust, we get it done right. Call Patriot Landscaping and Construction today. Let's build your future together.
Welcome back, everyone. At 37 days, the government shutdown is now considered the longest in U.S. history, breaking the record set during President Trump's first administration. This morning, a new warning that thousands of flights across the country are about to be canceled. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details.
This morning, the government shutdown reaching day 37 and putting a growing strain on air travel. The FAA reducing flight capacity by up to 10%, impacting thousands of domestic flights at nearly 40 major airports by this weekend. ABC News overnight exclusively obtaining the list of the 40 airports that will be affected, from Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta to LAX in Los Angeles, and from Miami to JFK in New York.
This is about where's the pressure and how do we alleviate the pressure.
It comes as air traffic controllers and TSA officers go nearly 6 weeks without pay and are now increasingly calling out sick. In the meantime, FAA employees warn the impacts on air safety could get worse the longer the shutdown drags on.
We wish to stay vigilant when we want to, and we have every intent to, but at some point, if it's between me and my pride versus my son going without, not eating, or my wife not being able to take her medication, I will be forced to make a decision.
Overnight, United Airlines saying it will offer refunds to anyone who does not wish to fly while the flight reductions are in effect. Frontier CEO going further, making this recommendation. If your flight is canceled, your chances of being stranded are high, so I would simply have a backup ticket on another airline. On Capitol Hill, cuts to Medicaid and healthcare subsidies are still the major sticking point, with both sides refusing to budge. And sources say the FAA will begin cutting 4% of flights tomorrow, will then ramp up to 10% of flights through this coming weekend if the government is still shut down. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Well, a new arrest in the nationwide immigration crackdown is igniting controversy, this one outside of a daycare center. In Chicago, outrage after a woman was detained by immigration agents at a daycare where she works. Witnesses claim Diana Galeno, who is undocumented, was chased inside the daycare and then dragged out. But Homeland Security officials tell a different story. They say agents tried to take Galeno into custody earlier, but that they say when officers tried to pull over the car she was in, the man who was driving sped off. They say the two then ran to the daycare and attempted to barricade themselves inside, recklessly endangering the children inside. ICE says she was not arrested in the school itself, but in the lobby and not in front of the children, insisting they did not target a daycare. DHS says Galeno, who is from Colombia, has been in the country illegally for years now.
Meanwhile, in Kentucky, the death toll is rising and people are still missing after that terrifying UPS plane crash. And now new video evidence is emerging. ABC's Mola Lenghi has that story.
This morning, the search for answers after this UPS cargo jet in Louisville, loaded with nearly 250,000 pounds of fuel, lost an engine during takeoff. 12 people are confirmed dead, including a child, but that number could rise.
Oh my God!
NTSB investigators say they found the plane's black boxes and are reviewing videos showing the flight bound for Honolulu barreling down the runway with its left engine on fire.
And we have viewed airport CCTV security coverage, which shows the left engine detaching from the wing during the takeoff roll.
As the aircraft begins to rotate and tries to gain altitude, we see sparks coming out of the center engine, which suggests that some of the debris may have damaged the second engine.
This truck driver's dashboard camera capturing the moment the plane hit the ground, skidding on its side. The crash badly damaging a petroleum recycling plant and an auto parts warehouse.
Did everybody make it out? No. What do you mean no? No!
3 employees of the auto parts business are still missing. The CEO tells us his business looks like a war zone, adding the plane is in pieces. The fuselage is where one of our administration offices used to be. It was very tough. The governor and Louisville's mayor touring the crash site yesterday. The wreckage still smoldering. The plane had been out of service for maintenance for much of the last month, and once again over the weekend.
Basically, what we had here was probably one of the worst in history, if not the worst, uncontained engine failures.
Well, the debris field from the explosion is pretty big. People in the surrounding areas are asked to call police if they find any wreckage. Mola Lenghi, ABC News, New York.
Scary. Imagine seeing that happen in front of you.
No, the guy in the dash cam footage, it was right in front of him.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's wild.
Horrible.
Well, coming up on the second half of the newscast, we'll meet our pet of the week.
I'm looking forward to that.
I am looking forward to it.
We need that coming up. Don't go away.
Blazing Trails, located in Lincoln, is your #1 trusted caregiver storefront. From personalized consultations to the highest quality product, Blazing Trails provides outstanding patient services to Eastern and Central Maine. Discover how we're blazing the trails to quality holistic medicine.
Starting May 1st, the Bureau of Motor Vehicles will begin issuing the new Pine Tree license plate. If you have a chickadee plate, it will be replaced when you renew after May 1st at no additional charge. If you have a chickadee plate number you want to keep, you can reserve it today online by searching Reserve My Plate and paying a one-time $25 fee. With your help, we can provide prompt and quality service to all Mainers. Brought to you by this station, the Maine Association of Broadcasters, and the Secretary of State.
Blazing Trails, located in Lincoln, is your #1 trusted caregiver storefront. From personalized consultations to the highest quality product, Blazing Trails provides outstanding patient services to Eastern and Central Maine. Discover how we're blazing the trails to quality holistic medicine.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Thursday, November 6th, 2025, and it is also National Men Make Dinner Day.
Despite gender roles becoming less rigid in America, there are still many men who have not been taught how to cook. In fact, the idea that any single gender was responsible for creating meals is a fairly recent development that's quickly becoming antiquated in our modern society. This is a day for men to throw on the apron and make a delicious meal for themselves, their friends, or their family.
It's a great idea. It's also a good idea to maybe teach your kids how to cook. It will help them. I'm lucky I know how to cook a little bit.
Are you going to cook a meal tonight?
We'll see. Last night I had I made some pork chops and some asparagus. It was a nice healthy meal that I had last night. Tonight I might do a frozen pizza or something. I live alone, so it's up to me. But it's not just men. In some cases, men are the one that does all the cooking.
Right.
So it's nice to maybe give them a break. It takes a lot to plan the meals and go shopping and all that stuff.
Yeah, it is a lot, and I'm not the best cook, so maybe this holiday I'll be able to put together something small.
You have to just follow a recipe.
Yeah,
if I can do it, you can do it.
Okay.
I'm not always good at it.
I'll give it a go.
All right, it's time for history. It was on this day back in 1869. Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the first college football game. It was actually played with a soccer ball, which resembled rugby, instead of today's football as we know it. In 1888, Republican presidential candidate Benjamin Harrison won the electoral vote over Grover Cleveland, even though Cleveland had more than 90,000 votes more than him. It would be the last time the popular vote winner would lose an election until George W. Bush did it when he beat Vice President Al Gore during the 2000 election. And in 1923, Jacob Schick was granted a patent for the electric razor.
And in 1962, the UN General Assembly adopted a resolution condemning South Africa's apartheid policies. And in 1970, the rock band Aerosmith performed their very first concert.
And they're still going strong out there.
They still tour. And in 1977, 39 people were killed when the Kelly Barnes Dam in Georgia burst, sending a wall of water through Dakota Falls College. The earthen dam had been inspected just hours before it suddenly collapsed, sending water down the canyon at 120 miles an hour, leaving people no time to evacuate. And in 1991, the people of Kuwait celebrated the dousing of the last of the oil fires that had been ignited by Iraq during the Persian Gulf War.
All right, for birthdays today, we have actors and actresses that span the generations. Today's birthdays include Emma Stone, who is 37 today. Actor Ethan Hawke is 55. And Academy Award-winning actress Sally Field is 79 years old today. Happy birthday to you also, if your birthday is today.
We're going to turn things now right back over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive in Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment. 922-2043. Alrighty, here we go. Gale warnings are posted along the coast, lasting until later on this evening at around 10 o'clock p.m. Some wind advisories also posted until 9 a.m. later on this morning, so definitely watching for more gusty winds along parts of the state as we are watching an area of low pressure passing through. It's been bringing with it some precipitation, mainly rain, but a few reports of snow have been coming in as well, and it's been sticking in a few spots, but nothing too ridiculous at this point. If it has been sticking, it's not going to be lasting very long with warmer temperatures and warmer soil temperatures as well, but the area low pressure located right here is going to be moving away very quickly. So overall today we will be under a partly cloudy sky. A slight chance for rain still cannot be ruled out for the rest of the day, but overall partly cloudy today and overall becoming mostly clear and still breezy coming up later on tonight. The hourly forecast moving forward will still have some clouds and again that slight chance for rain today with temperatures in the 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Thank you, Devin. Still to come here this morning, Jack Webb with sports.
And what will it be? Will it be a cat, a dog, a polar bear, a water buffalo?
We'll find out.
Pet of the week is coming up too. Don't go away.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a great place to work. The team here provided me with all the opportunities and experience necessary to grow within the company, all while working around my busy college schedule. They provided all the necessary licensing and training. It truly was the job that kickstarted my career.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a licensed agency with personal support specialists.
Let our compassionate, reliable, considerate caregivers make your life a little easier by providing assistance for you or your loved one.
Autumn of Life Home Care. We focus on you.
Carpets looking tired, stained, or just plain dirty? It's time to call the pros. At CNR Carpet Cleaning, we use deep steam technology to remove dirt, odors, pet hair, and allergens fast. Fresh, clean carpets, healthier home. That's the CNR promise. Visit our Facebook page for a free estimate or call us today, 631-7380. Step into clean with CNR Carpet Cleaning.
You just get more when you bundle and save at Bob's. So when you bundle our Consumer Reports recommended Treasure mattress with Power Bob Elite adjustable base with multiple features and hundreds of 5-star reviews, you get more relaxation, more pressure relief, more restful nights, and more energized mornings. I said, and more energized mornings. Every single time.
Oh my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Roto-Rooter.
Get locked in at 11 a.m. with Fox NFL Kickoff. Then at noon, it's Fox NFL Sunday. Bring it! The best NFL pregame shows every Sunday on Fox.
Welcome back in, folks. We were supposed to have a jam-packed show for you full of soccer and field hockey regional final highlights, but the weather didn't want to cooperate, and that's all been pushed to Thursday night. So let's run through that schedule right now. Hamden Academy will host all 3 field hockey regional finals, starting with Class C at 3:30, followed by Class B at 5:30 and Class A at 7:30. As for soccer, Brewer will host the 8-player regional titles, starting with the girls at 4, then the boys at 6. Then over at Cameron, it's Class B soccer first with the girls at 4:30, followed by the boys at 6:30. Keep in mind, folks, all these times could be potentially pushed back if one of the games goes into a lengthy overtime like Orono and Mount View did on Tuesday night. But it'll be an exciting day tomorrow in the greater Bangor area as 7 teams will look to punch their ticket to a state championship game. Good luck to all competitors and rest up tonight. However, they did play a pair of regionals up in the county on Wednesday afternoon in D North girls soccer. Penobscot Valley getting the 2-0 win over Southern Heuristic, and then in D South girls regional, it was Ashland with the win over Monmouth. Tuesday, the Bangor Rams girls soccer team clinched their 3rd straight Class A North title and now have their sights set on back-to-back state championships. The Rams took home the regional title after defeating Camden Hills in a rematch of last year's North title game, 4-1. Senior Gabby Roy and sophomore Georgie Stevenson, who combined for 3 of the 4 goals scored by Bangor, said this win was a result of playing a complete team game and, more importantly, playing for one another.
It feels really good because I've been friends with these people and I've been playing with these people for years, so it feels really good to accomplish something together, especially since we did it last year, but we lost a lot of our players, so being able to do it again meant a lot.
Honestly, like playing this game, I was almost like doing it for the seniors because I know it's their last year and I was like, I'm just working, I'm going to work as hard as I can to help do my part.
Bangor will once again face a familiar foe in the state championship game when they take on Scarborough, who they have faced in the Class A title match the last 2 seasons. The 2 teams have split the series, and the Rams head coach Jay Kimball says going back-to-back means they'll need to continue to put in the same hard work this week that they have all season long.
It's going to be a grind, you know, whether it's Scarborough or Wyndham. They're both talented teams with good athletes, so we'll go back to work tomorrow afternoon and get a couple good practices in before Saturday.
Honestly, energy is so important, and just we lift each other up always, and just our community is so great. Everyone's great to each other.
She basically said it all, like our teamwork, our communication, and the way we're selfless with the ball really helps.
Love the dual interview there. The NFL trade pool was busy ahead of Tuesday's deadline, with several teams making big moves. The Jets were big sellers on Tuesday, sending defensive tackle Quinnen Williams to Dallas for a first-round pick and cornerback Sauce Gardner to the Colts for 2 first-round picks. The New Orleans Saints shipped receiver Rashid Shaheed to the Seahawks. Vegas sent receiver Jacoby Myers to the Jags. Dallas further bolsters their front seven by trading for linebacker Logan Wilson, and Tennessee traded outside linebacker Dramont Jones to the Baltimore Ravens. Speaking of the trade deadline, the New England Patriots were not buyers before the 4 p.m. cutoff on Tuesday. Many Patriots fans were shocked to see that the team did not make any moves before the trade deadline, as many as had hoped. They'd been set up to make a big splash or even just add a few smaller pieces for depth on offense or defense. But the Pats stayed put and will ride with their current roster through the end of this season, one that already has the team at 7-2 record and sitting atop the AFC standings. When asked about whether or not the team was close to making a trade, head coach Mike Vrabel gave a rather interesting analogy.
Well, first I would say that deals are like being pregnant. You either are or you aren't. There's no it's either a deal or it's not. So I don't know how close you can be. I know that everyone worked hard, and that we investigated and looked in and made phone calls, and what personnel departments do.
Mike Vrabel. What else can you say? That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
Black Bear Nation, it's football season. Join us for all the excitement of game day in Orem. For tickets to all Black Bear games, visit goblackbears.com/tickets or call 581-2327. Go Blue!
Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage. Doing business the right way every day.
You're going to learn what it's like to be in our reality.
I can't breathe.
I'm stuck! I didn't want to go home. Special Forces, all new tonight on Fox.
Get ready for an unforgettable night.
What is going on? Who's got big hits and even bigger names?
Name that tune. I can name that tune in 10 notes. Well, it all comes down to this. Name that tune, honey.
I think I can name a tune in 4 notes. What? Celebrity Name That Tune, all new Mondays on Fox.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
Head of the Week segment, and we have Catherine Ravenscraft joining us once again from the Bangor Humane Society. And you brought a colleague with you today.
I did. This is one of our superstar adoption counselors, V. When you call the shelter or get an email response, chances are this is
who you talk to.
Exactly, that you're talking to. So yeah, she brought a special guest with us today, one that she has a lot of knowledge about.
So this is Miss Ricky. I fostered her for 3 months, so she has been in my home before. She has been at the shelter since January.
So been there a while then. Yeah.
She's been there for a hot minute. And Miss Girlfriend she's waiting for the home where she can be the only cat, and she needs meds twice a day. So she has inflammatory bowel disease, so she requires prednisone twice daily. She takes her pills like a champ, and she just wants to be with people.
Yeah.
Aw.
She's a beautiful cat.
Yeah,
is
she
she a little
is.
older? Do you know
She's
anything about her?
almost 11.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
so she's getting up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's an old gal, but she's perfect.
I know the feeling. I know. So who would this be perfect for? Other animals in the home, or
So
probably maybe a single person?
Might do well with dogs.
Yeah.
Definitely no other cats. She definitely would benefit from someone who wants a cat that's always going to be there,
Right.
who wants
Right.
attention. Even if you're not giving her attention, she just wants to hang out with you.
Well, that's
so
great.
she's not going to be more of an independent cat. So she just needs someone who wants to give her time and love.
Yeah.
She seems pretty calm. Her
She
personality seems pretty relaxed.
She is. So she's a funny one because she will purr and try to headbutt you through the kennel, but she has strong opinions. So if you open the kennel and move too quickly, she will tell you no, thank you.
Don't do that.
Exactly, which is why V is here, because Ricky does tend to get a little overstimulated,
Right.
and so having this person that she has a connection with
Right.
makes it a lot easier.
Probably very calming.
Exactly. But yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Well, she is a beautiful cat.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody out there this will connect with them and say, oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah, we hope so too. She is a doll. And we've got a couple of cats that have been with us for a while that if it's not Ricky, maybe one of those other long stay
Right.
cats is the right fit. Yeah.
Well, that's great. Well, it's nice to meet you. Nice to have you come in.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you, too.
You have a big fundraiser coming up too, don't you? Isn't there
So
something?
actually tonight we've got a paint and sip over at Seasons.
Yeah.
It's actually being run by one of our board members. So
Yeah.
we got to take our hands off the wheel for that, which is great. I think there's 2 seats left if you're
Yeah.
interested. That starts at 5 o'clock this evening. And then next weekend there is our second, it's actually Blue Sky Lounge's second prom for the fur babies.
Oh.
And this year's theme is a masquerade ball called Cirque du Soirée. And all proceeds will come back to the shelter. Yeah, so that's the 15th at Blue Sky
All right.
Lounge. Tickets still available. Dress up,
Right.
and we just thought it would be a nice way to kind of kick off the holiday season
Absolutely.
and give everyone an opportunity to have a party and get fancy.
Well, we don't always have that chance around here either, so it's good. And,
Yeah, it
you
should
know.
be a really good time. If last year is any indication, this year will be even better. And this year they've got a live band coming in, CEO and the company,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to be a really good time.
Very neat.
sounds fun.
And it's helping little kitties and doggies just like
That's
this one.
exactly right.
Oh,
yeah.
very good, V.
And of course, we will probably bring at least one special guest,
Yeah.
so you don't want to miss that. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Catherine. It's
Yes,
nice to
thank
meet
you.
you too. You're welcome to
Yeah.
come back anytime.
Thank
Yes,
you.
please.
Yeah. All right, we're going to send it back over to Devin for a final look at that forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment, 922-2043. Already gale warnings up along the coast, lasting until 10 o'clock later on this evening. Along the coast right about in here with wind advisories expiring later on this morning. Right about in here as well for parts of the state. So definitely a mess out there this morning. Wave heights, a mess as well at around 3 to 8 feet according to the buoys. Even worse farther out towards sea at around 12 feet and even 10 feet according to this buoy. And anywhere you see green, even higher surf being estimated by the graphics at this moment in time. The area low pressure continuing to track off towards the east this morning. On land, some rain and even some snow being estimated by radar, so don't be surprised if you notice some snow this morning. It won't really stick for very long as air temperatures will be warm and ground temperatures still warm as well, so nothing to get too worried about, but we're definitely entering that time of the year where the precipitation will be switching over from time to time as these systems do track through and temperatures definitely swing, but we'll see this wrapping up throughout the morning period as things definitely progress. But Futurecast moves moving forward, partly cloudy, the general idea today, but if you look closely, slight chance for rain not out of the question today. And then later on tonight, mostly clear, still breezy at times. Then throughout tomorrow, sunshine to start, and then increasing clouds throughout the day. And then once we head towards Friday evening, another system passes through. Snow to the north, rain chances for us, and we'll be watching for that again through parts of Saturday. Not a lot of rain, but we could see up to a quarter of an inch or so before we're all finished up there. So for today, mid-40s, partly cloudy, a slight chance for rain, and that northwest wind getting up to about 40 miles per hour at times. Tonight, mid-20s, mostly clear and breezy, and that west wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, upper 40s, mostly cloudy and breezy, and that south wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive. Rain chances for your Saturday with highs in the upper 50s, mid-40s for your Sunday under a mostly cloudy sky, and rain chances again for your Monday with highs in the mid-40s.
I'm a heavy equipment maintenance student here at WCCC. We have a gravel pit to work in, and we have big garages that we can work in. Our instructors are awesome. Hoping to start myself off with a nice career.
Commercial vehicles can be dangerous, and they usually carry big insurance policies. So whether you're hurt by a landscaping truck like this, a work van like this, or a big rig like this, we know commercial vehicle accidents, and we know how to get you the big money you may deserve. If any commercial vehicle hurts you, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a commercial vehicle? Call the twos. We win for you. Call 222-2222.
Hi, I'm Tony Hafford from TC Hafford Basement Systems, the all things basement-y company. Basement waterproofing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. Since 1991, over 15,000 Maine homeowners have trusted TC Hafford Basement Systems to fix their basements. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basement-y.
With irresistibly smooth melting chocolate in every Lindor, you can melt into every holiday moment. This year, bring out Lindor from the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
You know Matt pretty well. Did he give you any advice?
He said that I should use 26 words or more.
25 words or less.
Wed,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
You just won it!
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
I chose WCCC because this is probably one of the best programs that offer heavy equipment operation. I think it's probably the best opportunity I had to get some hands-on learning and get some in-the-seat experience.
Law enforcement has to deal with a lot of bad things, but the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office is now having some fun with the public. They're kicking off their annual Fall Photo Contest. For several years now, officers have been taking pictures, connecting them with places all over Penobscot County. Sheriff Troy Morton says there is a friendly competition in the department, and it's a great way to do some community engagement as well. You can go on their Facebook page for the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office and vote for the pictures that you like the best to get some great fall shots.
They sure do. And people around the world are looking up at the night sky and getting to see the biggest and brightest supermoon of the year. While a supermoon happens a few times a year, people in Mexico City and Bogota, Colombia, saw it shine on Wednesday night. The November supermoon is the second of 3 this year and also the closest. The moon will come just under 222,000 miles of Earth. A supermoon happens when a full moon is closer to Earth in its orbit. NASA says the phenomenon makes the moon look up to 14% bigger and 30% brighter than the faintest moon of the year.
I saw it on the way into work the other morning.
Me
Boy,
too.
It was just incredible.
Huge.
Yeah. And cookie lovers have only 2 more chances to win Nestle Toll House Cookies Taco Kit for free. They're making a taco kit. The special kit comes with Nestle's chocolate chip cookie dough roll, chocolate chips, a taco stand, and a $25 gift card. The company's first offered its limited time cookie taco kits on October 7th in honor of Taco Tuesday. But customers can try and secure a kit on Thursday, today, in honor of tailgating season, and again on December 4th, which is recognized as National Cookie Day. Customers must visit the company's website at 2 p.m. Eastern Time for a chance to snag the kit. The company says it's on a first-come, first-served basis while supplies last.
And Goldfish is making a comeback to the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade, but it may be a tough catch. The fish-shaped snack is returning to the iconic parade in New York City for the first time in more than 10 years. And it's making history with what it calls the world's smallest parade float. The company says the littlest float is only 14 goldfish crackers long.
Just have to keep your eyes open so you don't step on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you have a great day, everyone.
Have a good one, everyone.